Welcome.
God, I just don't know what to say.
It's okay.
What's going on?
I love it, though. I love it. Hey, y'all. This is Crazy is my trigger word. We working out the kinks and having fun while we do it.
Yes.
For sure. And following up where we left off. Where did we leave off?
We were talking about why we made the podcast, which we need to probably go back over a little bit more.
Yeah.
And the mental illnesses in our family.
Got it.
And what our opinions were on mental health.
So you said you wanted to go back over something?
Yes, I wanted to go over because we didn't explain what schizophrenia was. And
because we
both
do want
talk
to
about it. Right,
we don't want to just be talking about shit and not like talk about what it is.
Exactly.
Because then we don't want no folks coming for our neck. I don't want no smoke.
Yes.
I don't want no smoke. You know what I'm saying? I just don't want no smoke. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, I'm trying to make sure I look up the most accurate research. So I'm on NIMH.
Don't be telling them where you at. Just give a quick overview.
Oh, my bad. All right.
That's the part. Yeah.
But then let me
Google it. But
let me go back to where I was then, because that was the simple.
Yeah,
one.
that was it. What is it?
Hold on, let me see. Hold on. Here we go. All right. So they say schizophrenia involves a range of problems with thinking, cognition, behavior, and emotions. It says signs and symptoms may vary, but usually involve delusions, hallucinations, and disorganized speech. I did want to say that my mom did have hallucinations. She said she saw faces in different places, and she also told me that she heard voices all her life. And I asked her, I was like, you hear voices? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, do you ever talk to them? She was like, no, I don't talk to them, but they say yeah. She was real clear. And I'm not mad. She was like, no, I don't talk to them. She said they talk to her. Yeah, she's like, no, I don't talk to them, but they say mean things to her. And I remember saying, tell them, I really wanted to be like, tell them to shut the blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, man, I think I said something like, I fight them all. Something like that. But like, she was like, if she listened to the radio just to keep something in the background, she said if she watched TV, then they would go away. But if somebody were to talk to her, they go away. It's only when she's in a room by herself where they just, and I should have asked her how many. It was probably more than one. She said they say mean things to her, mean things about her. They talk about her, but like it's almost like it's a real person. And she was like, they talk about me behind my, it's almost like she said they talk about me behind my back. But yeah,
my dad, so that's one of the things where for me, my dad wasn't diagnosed until so much later. We didn't have any of that. We just witnessed it. So like we never had the conversations of if he heard voices or if he didn't. I just witnessed certain things, and as I got older and I learned, because I had other family members with similar diagnosis in the family and stuff like that. Like you do your research, you find out the details, you find out that there's hallucinations, you find out that they hear voices and what that actually sometimes can mean, because there's ranges, right? Like that's why they don't tend to diagnose children with schizophrenia at a young age. They'll have an ADD, ADHD. Back in the day, those were the diagnoses back in the day. But
the only two,
child and Ritalin. Oh my God, them babies in Ritalin.
Pop them pills.
We're going to get to the med one. Remember, we talked about that. That med, anyway, that's going to be a whole couple segments. But we didn't have the conversation of what he heard, if he heard voices or anything. It would just be us watching him when he had moments of manic and what that looked like. So, it was conversations. Like, he talked back. My daddy talked back. Like, James talked back. You saw him, he talking back. He answering them questions out loud, and he deep in conversation with you too. And you were like, okay, well, bet. Cool. He's clearly talking to somebody, and they got him fucked up right now because, And that's like really sometimes we learned how to adjust to it because it would come in his manics and his phone calls. So that's why like when I say like he it would be nothing to have 60 missed calls from him. You have 50 missed messages. You know, it only got a limit and shit. You fill up my box quick. Between him and my sister, my inbox stay full. It stay full.
Oh, really? My mom did that to me one time, and it was the last time that she had an episode. It was when she got off her medicine, and she came down here, and she would do that sporadically. She would just, on the weekend, she would go, y'all want to go to North Carolina?
Live full.
All right, let's go. So and we get in the car and we go. And so she did that one time, and she came for a day and then went right back. And my aunt was like, something ain't right. And so she was going 70, going back down North Carolina, 70 on the shoulder in rush hour traffic. The cop pulled her over. Thank God the cop was black. And he said, I knew something was wrong because as soon as she got out the car, she hugged me. And I was like, he was like, usually when somebody get out the car and I pull them over that speed, they come out swinging. And he was like, I knew something was wrong. And he called me and I was like, that shit could have went
different. Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, so we sent her to the, what was it? The hospital. And that's when they had the doctor said it took them, I think, 4 days for her to go to sleep. They had to give her Benadryl to bring her down. And doctors tell you you're not supposed to take more than 12 doses of Benadryl. Is it Benadryl? It's Benadryl, right? Benadryl in like one in more than I think it's a day. And they had I think they gave her more than that because she was so high. She was so high. But she had gotten off her medicine again. Like that medicine shit, boy, that's gonna be a
that one is going to be a topic. That one is really going to be a topic in real time because that one in itself,
that medicine is.
Yeah. That's one of the things that I did. I had a question. One of the things that I thought about was like the lessons you learned from your mom, or the lessons like what's a lesson that you feel like is one of the greatest lessons you learned outside of those bad points, right? Those manics, those kind of moments.
She always told us to be nice. Yeah. She always told us to be nice.
That's what's up.
That's the number one thing that I can remember. I mean, she taught us a whole bunch of stuff, but that's the one that stuck. And people say nowadays, you know, I don't got to be nice. You don't got to be nice. But from the stories that she's told me, nice has saved her life. She told me there has been times where like she's opened doors for people. I don't know if this is true, but she was like, the dude was like, yeah, I was about to rob you, but she was so nice to me, I didn't. I was like, what kind of? Okay. And she was like, I mean, I've seen her be nice. Like, she's not a rude person. And she tells me, like, if somebody talk too much, walk away. If they just keep rambling and trying to find something to say, nah, keep going. You just agree with her and walk away. Yo. But yeah, that was be nice.
Mine's what my dad was how to love hard. So it's like it ended up being, it translates kind of like the same, because ultimately when I love hard, I'm nice to people, I'm kind to people, more than nice though. Yeah, I'm more so kind, because like, you know, people can get you fucked up a little bit with nice. Nice is like, here you go. Here you go. Kind is when you like, it's continuous. It's always
Like
it's just like
I'm
what
active.
you do. I'm active in it, and it's an always thing. It's an ongoing, continuous thing. So that was what I took from my dad. But he didn't tell us that though. That's the part. Like my daddy actually showed us. He showed us how to love in the moments when there was no manic whatsoever, and that was most of the time. Like most of the time, he just was like a little kid. He wanted to hit slapping his bass and like go skate, play basketball. That man, yo.
You know how to skate? What kind of skate? Roller skate? Or?
Roller skate. My daddy is
my boy's skateboard. I'm about to say,
nah, I wish. You could tell he probably would have. Like if he had ever, it had been introduced to him properly, and it wasn't like something that was like stereotyped as a particular culture's thing, he probably would have been a skateboarder.
My mother roller skated too. She's the one who introduced me to roller skating.
Yo, because they used to be on that floor just free like,
yeah, roller skating. She did roller skate, but she fell, fractured her butt bone.
Really?
Didn't get on that again.
Nope, that nigga didn't give a fuck. My dad, and that's another thing. Like
fractured that butt bone.
That dude taught me how to be fearless. My daddy taught me how to be fearless, and it's because he had all girls, but he did not treat us like we were girls or boys. He just treated us like people. And if we liked the thing, he got it. If the thing we liked was blue and it was a Tonka truck, fuck it, she got a blue Tonka truck. Leave it the fuck alone. She wanted the blue truck. Whatever it was.
My mom did. My mom was like that. She was very non-judgmental.
Completely.
I remember needing some clothes, and we went to Target. And I was looking through the clothes, and I'm like, I just want something simple, like a shirt, some pants, you know. But they had these Swishers pants, and they weren't before Swishers pants were Swishers pants. So I found myself in the boys department, and
of course you did.
And my mother came right behind me, and I was like, ooh, I picked out 3, and I'm one of them shoppers where if I like it, I ain't coming back here to get no more.
Give me all, got it.
All of them. So then I do that, and like I get it's like the burgundy color. It's like a charcoal gray and a navy blue. That's all I need.
Clean.
Yeah. And she was like, "This is what you want?" I said, "Yeah." And she just looked at me and said, "Okay, put them in there." She's never questioned me about how my parents or anything. The only time she did was when it's like when we go over grandma's house, or make sure you know what I'm saying, don't have no raggedy clothes on, or like make sure you like church. Sometimes I had to, wear a dress and suck it up.
That's the joy of having a dad that was the label of crazy and not a mom, because that motherfucker didn't give a damn, okay? He wasn't coming to church no way. My daddy would listen.
I feel it.
Yo, no, you don't. Like, listen, my dad was a dude. Like, yo, bruh, I have some really odd moments where it's like, bro, can you just turn the TV down and shut the window? My friends, we're out here playing. They teasing me.
Oh,
we know what you doing. My dad was a nigga.
Okay.
He was a dude. He was a dude. So he wasn't trying to pull up on no church. So if we were going somewhere, it was like, is that what you want to wear? A tutu and some boots? Cool.
Right, you just make sure you know that's what you got on.
And that's it.
Right.
I ain't picked this out. That's what she wants. And you better leave her alone. He let you be you. You free to be yourself, Yeah.
It's almost like the BS of the world didn't matter. Like they see through it, and it's like,
yeah.